Welcome to tutorial number 6. In this video, I will show you the geometry creation portion for tutorial number 6. The first thing we will do is create rectangles. In this step, you will create rectangles using the Rectangular Shapes Option command. In this command, you can create a rectangle using a base point or two-point method. You can set a corner fillet radius, rotation angle, and general shape. Choose Create Rectangular Shapes. When the dialog box appears, input a width of 4.5 and a height of 5. Also, ensure the anchor position is set to the bottom left corner. From here, select the origin. Now use the fit icon. Your geometry will appear as shown. Press the apply button to stay within this command. This time, input a width of 3 and a height of 3. Also, enter a corner fillet radius value of 0.25. Finally, ensure that the anchor position is still set to the left bottom corner. Now, choose the fast point icon. Input the following coordinates: 1.25, 1. Then press enter. Once complete, choose the OK button to exit this command. Your geometry will appear as shown. Next, we will set the construction depth and mode. In this step, you will learn how to set the construction depth or Z depth. This is where your geometry will be created. As well, we will set our construction mode to 2D. This will allow us to only create geometry parallel to the current construction plane at the current construction depth. Make sure that the construction mode is 2D. From the status bar, click on 3D as shown. This will toggle the construction mode to 2D. From here, click the Z in the status bar. Input a value of -0.25 and press enter. When we create our geometry, we will be creating it at a depth of -0.25 and in the top construction plane. The next thing that we will do is create parallel lines. In this step, you will learn how to create parallel lines knowing the side which the lines will fall on and the distance from the original line selected. Choose Create, Line, Parallel. Select the left vertical line as shown. Pick a point to the right of this line. Now input the following distance, 2.25. Press enter. Select the apply button. Your line will appear as shown. Again, select the same vertical line. Pick a point to the right. Input the following distance in the ribbon bar, a value of 3. Choose the apply button. Your line will appear as shown. Select the vertical line and pick a point to the right. This time, input a distance value of 3.25. Select the apply button. Your line will appear as shown. We will now choose the bottom horizontal line and pick a point above it. In the ribbon bar, input a distance of 1.25. Choose the apply button. Your geometry will appear as shown. Again, choose the bottom horizontal line and pick a point above it. This time, input a distance of 2.65 and choose the Apply button. Your geometry will appear as shown. And for the last time, select the bottom horizontal line and pick a point above it. This time, however, input a distance value of 3.75, then choose the OK button. Your geometry will appear as shown up to this point. From here, we will create an arc tangent. Tangent 1 entity allows you to create an arc tangent to a single existing entity. You will be prompted to select an entity to which the arc will be tangent. When Mastercam detects more than one solution, multiple arcs are created and you will be prompted to select the one that you would like to keep. Choose Create, Arc, Arc Tangent. From the ribbon bar, ensure that you have Tangent 1 entity enabled. Input a radius value of 0.25 as shown. Select the horizontal line as shown. Now specify the tangent point. Select the intersection. Now pick the arc that you would like to keep. Select the following arc. Once finished, choose the Apply button to stay within the command. Again, select the following horizontal line and then pick the intersection point. Pick the arc that you would like to keep. Select the following arc. Again, choose the Apply button to stay within the command. This time, choose the following horizontal line and then pick the intersection. Pick the arc that you would like to keep. Select the following arc. Once complete, choose the OK button to exit the command. Your geometry will appear as shown up to this point. The next thing that we will do is create arc endpoints. In this step, you will learn how to create arcs defined by endpoints in a radius or diameter. Select Create, Arc, Arc Endpoints. Enter a radius value of 0.55. Select the following two intersections as shown. Now pick the arc that you would like to keep. Select the following arc. Once complete, choose the OK button to exit this command. Your geometry will appear as shown. Next, we will trim the entities. In this step, you will learn how to trim entities to clean up the geometry. Select Edit, Trim Break Extend. From the ribbon bar, select the option to trim 3 entities. Select Entity A as shown. Now select the following arc. Now choose the following vertical line. Again, select the following entity. Now select the opposite arc. Choose the following horizontal line. Again, select the following arc. Now click the following horizontal line. From here, choose the following vertical line. Select the following horizontal line again. Now select the top horizontal line. From here, choose the following arc. Select the following arc again. Choose the opposite arc. And finally, select the horizontal line. Once complete, select the OK button to exit this command. Your geometry will appear as shown up to this point. We will now delete an entity. In this step, you will learn how to delete an entity from the graphic user interface. Select Edit, Delete, Delete Entities. Choose the following line. Now press the End Selection button. You will notice that the line has been deleted. From here, we will create circles. Create Circle Center Point lets you create circles from the center point. Select Create, Arc, Circle Center Point. Now set the construction depth to 0. Go down to the Z value in the status bar and input a value of 0. Next, input a diameter value of 9/16 and select the diameter icon to lock this value. You will notice that when you lock the value, the area behind the value turns red. Now choose the fastPoint command and input the following coordinates, 1.5, 0.5, and press enter. Select the Apply button to stay within this command. Choose the fastPoint icon again. This time, however, input the following coordinates, 3, 0.5, and press enter. The second arc will appear. Choose the Apply button to stay within this command. Select the fastPoint command again and input the following coordinates, 1.5, 4.5, and press enter. The third arc will appear as shown. Select the Apply button to stay within this command. Finally, select the fastPoint icon once more. This time, input the following coordinates, 3, 4.5, and select the OK button to exit the command. Press enter. The fourth arc will appear as shown. You can now choose the OK button to exit this command. Your geometry will appear as shown up to this point. We will now translate the entities. Translate Join transforms a copy of the selected entities to a new position in the graphics window and maintains the position of the original entities. Mastercam creates lines or arcs to connect the endpoints of the original entities to the endpoints of the transformed entities. Select the Xform Translate command as shown. Holding the Shift key, select the following rectangle. Now choose the End Selection button. The Translate dialog box will appear. In the Translate dialog box, enable Join and enter a delta Z value of -1.5. Once complete, choose the Apply button to continue using the Translate command. Select the isometric graphics view. Select the Fit icon to fit the entities to your screen. Your part will appear as shown up to this point. Again, holding the Shift key, select the smaller rectangle as shown. Press the End Selection button. In the Translate dialog box, enter a delta Z value of -0.25. Also, ensure that join is still enabled. Select the Apply button to stay within this command. Your part will appear as shown. Again, holding the Shift key, select the following shape. Choose the End Selection button. In the Translate dialog box, enter a delta Z value of -0.5. Select the OK button to exit the command. Your part will appear as shown up to this point. In order to return the geometry back to its original color, select the clear color icon. When performing a transform function, Mastercam creates a temporary group from the originals, red, and a result, purple, from the transformed entities. These system groups appear in the Groups dialog box. However, they stay in effect only until you use the Screen Clear Colors function or perform another transform function. Next, we will create circles on the front plane. In this step, you will change the construction plane to front and create circles. Select the drop-down arrow next to the construction plane. From the list, select Front. This will allow you to create geometry on the front of the part. Now choose the Front Graphics view. Next we will create the circles. Select Create, Arc, Circle Center Point. Unlock the diameter value. Now input a diameter value of 0.375. Pick the icon to lock this value. From here, choose the fast point icon and input the following coordinates: 0.75, -0.75, and press enter. The arc will appear as shown. Select the Apply button to stay within this command. Again, choose the fast point command. This time, however, input the following coordinates: 3.75, -0.75, and press enter. The second arc will appear as shown. Choose the Apply button once more. For the final time, select the fast point icon. Input the following coordinates: 2.25, -0.75, and press enter. The third arc will appear as shown. You can now select the OK button to exit this command. From here, select the isometric graphics view. Your part will appear as shown. We will now create the slot on the left plane. In this step, you will change the construction plane to the right and create a slot using the construction depth to determine the location of the slot. Change the construction plane in graphics view. To do this, select the drop-down arrow next to the construction plane. From the list, select Right. This will allow you to create geometry on the right or left side of the part depending on the construction depth. That being said, make sure the construction depth is set to 0. In the status bar, select G-View and choose the right view. This will allow you to view the part from the right side. From here we will create the slot. Select Create Rectangular Shapes. The Rectangular Shapes Options dialog box will appear. Input a width of 1.75 and a height of 0.75. Now choose the O'Brown shape and pick the option to anchor to center. Select the fastpoint icon. Input the following coordinates: 2.5, negative 0.75, and press enter. The O'Brown shape will appear on your screen. Select the OK button to exit the Rectangular Shapes Options dialog box. We will now change the construction mode back to 3D. From the status bar, select 2D to change the mode to 3D. Now choose the isometric view. Your part will appear as shown. You can now save your file. This will complete the geometry creation portion for tutorial number 6. In the next video, I will discuss the setup sheet, how to select the machine, and how to set up the stock.